are you going to stay focused? You know, your practice ends Sunday, you get to go home, you get to be with family, you get to have Christmas. Will you be doing your own kind of mental training, or what will you do?
I'm going to relax with my family. I think it's important. Coach Meyer always says working the game, and then you have to relax. So you work the game, you get a chance to relax. Like tomorrow is our day to just relax, get healthy, and then Saturday and Sunday we got to come back, work the game, and then we get time to spend with our families and just relax, rest the mind. And then you come back and you have 5 days or so before the game where you work the game, relax a little bit, and then go play the game.
What do you want for Christmas?
Time with my family, day off.
Michael, can you talk about what the seniors have been through, going from the 6 and 7 season to the bowl ban, and not getting a chance to play for a national championship?
I think this senior class is really fortunate because we've had so many opportunities to grow as people and as teammates, because freshman year, the guys that decided to come, we had been recruited by Coach Tressel, and then after all that, Coach Fickle was the head coach, so we had to grow from that and be able to be like, okay, it's bigger than one person, let's be a part of this team. And then it was a rough season, so you get that side of it. Sophomore year, a new coach comes in, and he comes in hard, and so you have a chance to grow there, have a 12-0 season, but you don't have a chance to move on to the postseason, so everything in your mind is wondering, well, what could have happened? And then last year, we had a chance to know what could have happened, and we didn't take advantage of it. And this year so far, we've taken advantage of our opportunities, and we plan on continuing that.
What do you like about this team for the future, since this is your graduation year?
I think it's a close team. I think once I leave, it'll continue to be a close team. Coach Meyer also always talks about culture, and I think the culture that we're building is really strong. Guys love the grind. We love to work. There's always competition, but it's past competition of like being aggressive towards your teammates. The competition is wanting everybody to grow. So I think that's hard to find consistently in a team, and I hope that continues because that's what has gotten us to where we are today.
What does that say about the character of this team?
I think we've got great character on the team. Coming in, everyone's going to be a little immature, and I think that has a lot to say about the guys that were before me that have really just instilled those values in these seniors, and we're trying to instill those values in the younger guys, and I think it's starting to work.
Michael, you had an Alabama offer in high school. I don't know how deeply you got into it with them. Did you ever have interactions with Nick Saban, and can you reflect on your recruiting process and what it was like maybe to work with him or to go through it with him?
I was interested in Alabama, but I never really visited or anything. I talked to Nick Saban on the phone one time, but that's about it. I couldn't tell you what he said. They were a winning team and still are a winning team, and it's interesting to look at and see where I am now and what would have happened if I went to Alabama. And I'm really happy with being at Ohio State. And like I've said, I've always wanted to play Alabama because they're consistently one of the best of the best. So, if you want to be the best, you got to beat the best.
He's come up here quite a bit trying to get Ohio. How hard is it to get an Ohio kid from the Midwest to leave and go down there?
It's hard because I know that, at least at my school at Centerville, people love Ohio State. Growing up, I never really had that big of an allegiance because I just don't delve into stuff too much. But people were, as soon as I got that Ohio State offer, I was almost being forced into Ohio State, which almost made me not want to go to Ohio State because people were telling me to. But I don't know. It just if you live in Ohio, it's hard to resist Ohio State because it's such a great college, and it's close to home. It doesn't make too much sense to leave.
Michael, how similar are the cultures between Alabama and Ohio State? They are football states.
I don't, depending on what college you go to, culture is going to be different, and you might get the same results with different cultures, but I have no clue what the culture in Alabama's locker room is. It could be like Coach Meyer's Florida teams where the seniors, if they had to get the young guys to do something, they might have to rough them up or something. Or it could be like us where the young guys feel obligated to work hard, and because that's what we've been doing.
Michael, last decade the SEC has dominated college football, and the Big Ten's kind of taken it on the chin. How much would a win by Ohio State, a Big Ten team, over Alabama, the flagship program of the SEC, what would that mean, you think, for the way people view your conference? You're a Midwest guy. Just what is this important beyond just the Final Four aspect of this?
I think it could be. I think if we're going to play an SEC team, I want to play Alabama, because if you beat a team with the worst record or something like that, people are going to be like, oh, well, that's the
Yeah,
worst.
people looked at Arkansas and didn't give them full credit for that.
And I think that's not right. But so being able to play Alabama, I think you've got the best of the Big Ten versus the best of the SEC pretty consistently. I mean, Ohio State's always up there. You might have Michigan State or Wisconsin making a run for the money every now and then, but Ohio State is consistently the top of the Big Ten, and Alabama obviously is the top of the SEC. So it's just two powerhouses with a chance, with similar offenses, with a chance to just duke it out. I think it's very important to find out really who you think has the better conference.
Can you guys carry over that defensive performance? I mean, domination against Wisconsin, against a high-powered Alabama team that's going to attack you both running and throwing. Wisconsin really didn't have that throwing component, as it turned out. Just how difficult you think it's going to be to carry that over?
You know, like I said, it's all about mentality. We didn't change schemes or anything going to Wisconsin. We changed our mindset, we changed our mentality, and we just said we got to go get it. Let's play for each other. We got really hyped up before the game, and I don't see why we can't do that against Alabama. And if you take away the run, then any team's one-dimensional. So the trick is just to force a team into something that they don't want to do the entire time.
But on the defensive line especially, y'all played guys who really